Hello everyone, Kelly here, where we learn to master our mirror. And really what I mean by that is really taking your 3D reality, taking all of the things that feel out of alignment with what you feel you deserve and feel that you really desire and want. It's about healing all of those things that really feel out of alignment, whether that's financial, whether you have friends that support your authenticity. Maybe you have, maybe if you're a person of color or a person of a different nationality and you're kind of butting heads with some of your friends and their perspectives on things. Whether you're struggling on your twin flame journey and really frustrated that they're not showing up in the way that you feel that you are. All of these things that are not resonant with the love we feel that we deserve. And I want to share with you that the biggest thing we're learning to heal is the separation. And when we believe that we're separate from our twin flames, you stay separate. The truth, when you believe that you make choices separately from your twin flame, you solidify the belief of separation. And the real truth is that you choose together at the core with your twin flame. And, if you choose separation, if you choose to separate, right, you leave upset and the other person leaves upset. That upset exists between both of you. It's not just you upset that they're off doing whatever it is. They're coping. They're doing whatever it takes for them to cope and get through. And so, it's really about releasing judgment, and it's really about bringing in self-love. And remember, I'm a ballerina, and I have to take really good care of myself in order to stay in the physical shape that I need to be in order to do my art and my craft. And, it really, if you knew the supplements I take and the stretching and the exercises that I do in order to keep myself at a certain level. And I'm love fitness, and there's fitness shape and then there's ballet shape. It really is different. And so my ligaments and my tendons, all of those have to be in tip-top shape. And so I'm always looking for ways to improve my self-care, which is self-love. It's a layer of self-love. But what we're doing is we're learning to neutralize your triggers. And so I want to share with you right now, if you're in a place that you're blaming your twin flame, or you're blaming the world, or you're blaming your family for the things in your life that are not working, realize that is something that needs to be healed. These triggers need to be healed in order for you to ascend into your highest and best life. Because the emotional baggage that you carry with you will keep you in limitation. Because it's literally like carrying a bunch of weight. It's literally like picking up a bunch of suitcases and walking around with a bunch of suitcases and then trying to go out and be a busybody. Okay, and I will share, I have a lot of energy. I do everything I can nutritionally to keep myself energized and happy and really in a place where I'm not going to be that mean ballet teacher, right? Because I love children. I really want to help them be their best selves. And I know it doesn't come from me being a total, really mean disciplinarian. I do need to discipline them in a way to help them grow, but I don't need to be mean about it. I don't need to derail their confidence when I do it. And if I haven't eaten, if I'm not taking care of myself, it's very easy to slip into patterns of abuse. Truly, I'm a parent, and I have to really work through my triggers with my daughter because she brings out the best and the worst in me. And so it's about learning to really bringing love to those places where you have triggers and acknowledging that you have them, right? And then from there, really healing. And I had this song really come into my reality. What was the name of it? Oh, I can't remember. But the main idea behind it was let me in. And so my twin flame is telling me that he wants me to let him in. And there's a part of me that's like, wait, what? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for my twin. But the truth is that they feel our upsets. They feel if we're blaming them. They feel but the truth is we choose together. Okay? So if you're separate from your twin, if you've separated physically from your twin, that was a choice that both of you made. And it just needs healing. Okay? And your twin flame, if you're sending out energy, a blaming energy, like they have to come back and humble them so much where they have to apologize and make this huge hurrah over the past, like, I just want to tell you right here and now, that is not a way to magnetize your twin flame. And the truth is that they are a mere reflection of you. So anything that they've done, anything that they're doing, was also a part of you doing it to yourself. And if it's your true twin flame, it's a direct mirror for how you're treating yourself. And so it's really important when we're looking at the mirror exercise to be very compassionate with ourselves. It's not about blaming ourselves. It's not about, being cruel to ourselves. It really is about remembering that this is a tool. It's a healing tool to remember that we're going to heal the feeling so that we can release the triggers, so that we can magnetize our twin flame, so that we can release all of the triggers that keep us separate. And that does mean if you are here watching this video, it means that you get to do this work, because you have an opportunity to learn how to heal your, you have the opportunity to heal your union by doing the inner spiritual work. It really is an opportunity. Whereas, your twin flame may not even be aware that you're twin flames, right? And they're just living their life and learning by patterns, right? And you guys, that can be sometimes even harder and even harsher than doing the spiritual work to ascend, because they don't have the tools to really navigate. And so it's learning that you have the opportunity to heal this on a soul level. And when you begin to heal things on a soul level, it's really, really empowering. I've been doing inner work for about 4 years now. And, when the pandemic hit, there was so much fear in the world. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a business. And the only reason I still have my business is because I was able to hold my faith and release the fear, because I knew that my support came from within me and came from God. And I knew that I would be safe and I would be protected. And that is the only reason I didn't shut my doors. And so, so it really is about learning that everything that we desire comes from within. And if you want to be honored and celebrated and cherished, it starts with celebrating yourself from within so that you can really honor and love yourself. And as you begin to heal this part of yourself, you're going to see the outside world shift and change in ways that are noticeable as you heal layers. So your life is going to start to get better. If you have financial challenges, you are going to see some of your financial challenges dismantle as you really begin to trust that you'll be supported. And and so it's really about finding ways to, instead of asking, why did this happen, right? It's looking at it as a mirror so that you can bring love into the places of why it happened, right? Of why you attracted something that doesn't feel good, that feels really bad. And a lot of times, the reason that we go into these dark nights of the soul is because we're actually releasing all of these parts of ourselves that have been out of alignment with love. And so, it's a necessary sometimes part of the journey, but you don't have to stay there. And the sooner that you get support on your journey, the easier you're gonna have. For instance, I have a client who's very new to his twin flame journey, and he's got support right from the get-go. And he is cycling and running into the same patterns, but he's still healing through them faster than he would if he were just completely on his own and without support. And he's still working through claiming that support, right, on a continual basis, and working through financial challenges in order to do so. So just know that the work that we do will help you up level into the life of your dreams. And but again, it really is about being loving and compassionate, and loving this part of yourself that has attracted something so negative. And remember too, right? You know, if this is your real true twin flame, you are connected energetically. So you cannot hide from your twin flame no matter how hard you try. That's why sometimes they try to, block, blocking happens because they're trying to hide. But the truth is that you can't hide from your twin flame because they are you. You have the same consciousness. You think with the same, not with the same mind or the same brain, but it's like you have the same consciousness. Like I remember I became a fitness coach when I was just trying to help more people. I became a fitness coach, and I wondered why it was so easy for me, why it came so naturally for me. And yes, it did come somewhat from being a ballet teacher for, over a decade at the time. But my twin flame is studied kinesiology and is an incredible trainer. So naturally, it's an easy skill for me. It was very, very natural from the very, very beginning. Now I learned all the form, right? All the form is very similar to dance. It's a couple of shifts, a couple of weight shifts, but outside of that, it's very similar to dance form. But training clients, right? That was actually like a real skill of mine, because my twin flame is an amazing trainer. And so you share a consciousness in a way that you don't with anybody else. And so as you heal your union, you will start to feel the oneness more and more. And if you don't, then it's probably a false twin, right? But that's part of the process of going deeper in your healing. And as you get deeper in your healing, you will discover if it's your true twin or not, right? And by doing the inner work, you're still on your twin flame path, right? So you don't have to be upset or worried. You're still on the path to your highest love, regardless of who that person is. But yeah, I guess the biggest thing I wanted to share is that because you are energetically connected to your twin, we don't think that we're running. But when we're upset, it's a natural tendency to create space, right? And so it's about healing the triggers. And maybe some of you out there don't want to hear this, but the truth is that if you'd like to magnetize your twin, if you want the love of your life for good and permanently, it's really important to do the inner work to magnetize them and to heal from within. And Yeah, it's really just about healing from within. And I will say too, it's like, so I had a health issue that, even though I'm thin and all of that, I had a health issue that took likely 30 years for me to create. It took 5 years of intentional work to heal my health issue. Literally, I was taking, I don't know, probably about 15 different types of supplements daily, of really high quality, really jet fueled supplements, on top of eating an anti-inflammatory diet in order to heal my health issue. And we're talking like intentional work. Like, it takes a lot of willpower, even just to remember to take 30 pills a day, let alone to do that for 5 years, And now I'm on a much, much, much smaller routine, and still able to maintain my health, right? Because I healed my health. And so, but it took 5 years, not 1 or 2 or 3. It took 5. And there are some people that had what I had that have been on the 9 years and still not healed. So what I will share is that the average time frame to heal a union is 3 to 5 years of inner work. So that means staying committed even when you feel like it's not going to happen. You can quit, right? But quit for a day. Give it to God for a day, and then get up the next day and do the inner work and stop resisting the love. Because when you resist the work, you resist self-love. And so that's what we do as coaches, is we keep ourselves accountable. I'm a Twin Flame Ascension coach through Twin Flames Universe, and I can't tell you how many times on my journey that I was weary and exhausted. And my coaches were like, "How are you feeling?" And I was like, "Oh my God, don't ask me how I'm feeling. I'm going to blow up right now." And they would encourage me to continue to heal. Over and over and over, I was encouraged to heal. And so that's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still healing. That's why I'm still releasing the triggers. And that's why, this Let Me In came in yesterday, because there's still somewhere that I'm pushing love away, that I'm pushing myself away. Okay, so, and so it's not even about forgiving your twin, right? It's forgiving yourself in those places that you push them away. It's forgiving yourself for not allowing the love in, because again, they're just a mirror for where you're not letting love in, right? And if you're trying to get love outside of yourself, right? Anywhere you're trying to do that, it's very common for them to try to get love outside of themselves and go with like different partners or things like that. And so it's, again, if you're trying to get love outside of yourself, your partner will do the same. If you are bringing love into your heart, they're going to feel it and realize that they're not loving themselves. I remember there was a moment this past summer where I was in the kitchen. I wasn't doing any inner work. I was just, I guess we're always in a meditation doing work, but so to some degree. But I remember getting this conscious thought that I wasn't loving myself. And I don't know if it was my higher self or like our higher self saying this, but something was being healed within our union nonetheless. And so it was realizing that we weren't loving ourselves. We weren't being true to ourselves. And that really has spurred on this whole new trajectory in our twin flame path, actually coming back together in the physical. And so, and I'm telling you, this is like literally 3 years of inner work. And we're coming up on 4. And so, it's okay to quit. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be upset. But it's not okay to stay in the upset and blame the other twin because they feel it. And again, because you're one, you choose together, 100%. So, and it's about, your twin will show you your subconscious patterns. So it's about learning to allow the subconscious patterns to be dug up. It's treasure, it's gold. Literally, what they're showing you is gold, because you're going to heal it from the inside out, and you're going to be able to create your perfect life. It's like looking on social media and you look at these couples that seem to have it all together. And on some level they may, on some level they may not, but it's looking at their lives, and not looking at their lives, but realizing that it's for you too. You can have your dream life. And I will tell you, with my Twin Flame community, it is so, so incredible and beautiful, because not only are my friends and colleagues coming together into Harmonious Union, I'm really seeing them create like beautiful foundations with God and with Spirit and with their twins, and actually able to create a life of love and out of love. And I'm doing it as well. And I'm healing patterns that are, 20-year patterns, 30-year patterns that have, kept me completely numb. And, this is about getting out of being numb and not feeling. Because when you aren't feeling, you can't heal it. I mean, I remember for all of these years, I've been looking, and everything showed me where I'm not talking to myself, where I'm not communicating with myself. And I've been asking and asking and asking and asking. And finally, after like 3.5 years, I see where I'm loving outside of myself, because I'm not dating anybody. I've really decided that my union is my union, it's sacred, and I'm not dating outside of my union. And I've been that way for years now. And so I'm like, where am I loving outside of myself? And I finally found the pattern. I was numbing out at my work. I was numbing out and getting my good from my students, and allowing them to love me, and numbing out in this place where, like, I thought I was just focusing on work and my students, but I wasn't feeling. I was completely numb. And I was I'm such a gifted teacher, and I put in so much time that I stopped being present with my students. And I still do it sometimes. I still get really inauthentic with my students. Like, I'll have one good class, and then the other class, I almost robotically repeat the same class. And I'm sort of like, I'm in a new energy and a new vibration where I'm learning to notice when I go into autopilot. And I'm still fumbling with it, right? But I'm learning to heal it. I'm learning to heal these places where I'm not feeling. And it's beautiful, because what I'm noticing even in my students, when I'm allowing myself to feel, my students are starting to feel, and they're starting to respond to me, and they're starting to wake up and open up their own voices. It's so beautiful. And so again, this journey is about learning to see your subconscious patterns. And if you're not willing to see what you're not willing to see, nobody can help you. I can't help you. A psychic can't help you. Nobody can help you. And I will tell you, if you're getting advice from psychics and they're telling you that your union is not possible, then there's a large part of you that needs to heal this part of you that doesn't believe it's possible. And that's just one part of you. And if you have a psychic telling you that it is possible, then there's a strong sense that there's a part of you that believes it. But it's not about using any tool outside of yourself, psychics included, to do the work for you, because no one has power outside of you. You are the divine spark of God that has the power to change your life. And I will say, when I go into my coaching sessions with my clients, sometimes I'm a little bit, I'm still really learning to be a guide. And I know there was a moment this past week when I was working with someone and I was a little bit nervous because I was guiding them to go to their source and to go within. And I had to let go. I had to completely remove myself because I'm not their source. So I can't be the source of their healing. I'm merely a guide to help them go deeper in their own healing. And what was miraculous is that person was actually able to tap into their divine self and was actually able to tap into God's source and realize where they were feeling guilt. And, an hour before, they were telling me about how their twin flame was feeling guilty because the ex-partner was guilting them into trying to build a relationship with them. And he was upset because of the guilt. And because they're twin flames, they have the same vibration, the core thing to heal. And so it was so cool that God, he was able to tap into God's source and realize he was healing the same thing. It was miraculous. So I just show up as a guide, but really the divine comes in and helps the person have more clarity. And so if you're wanting more clarity, I'm here for you. But just know that it's about taking responsibility for what you're experiencing and being able to use your awareness and your power to take control of your life. All right. So with that, it feels totally complete. I want to leave you with this empowerment piece that no one outside of you can create your reality. You create it. Even no matter what the outside world is showing you, if your twin flame is blocking you or this or that, or they're married or this or that, anything, you don't have to look to the outside world to heal. All you need to do is go within and heal within yourself, and then the rest will open up. The rest of the world will open up when you open up and heal your heart. Period. End of story. Heal your heart, heal your life. It's just the simple, simple truth. So within, so without. All right, guys, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. I'm going to jump on the Zoom call in just a few minutes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, and keep growing. Thanks, everyone. Blessings.